Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we take a peek behind the curtain of big business, and sometimes, well, things get a little buzzy. Today we are diving into a filing from Richardson Electronics Limited, and let me tell you, it's not exactly a fireworks show, but it does give us a look at how they are doing. Alright, so what we have here is a Form 8. Think of this as a company's quick report card to the public about significant events. It's not a lengthy deep dive like some other reports, but it's important for timely information. This particular one is dated the 7th of January 2026, and it tells us about something that happened on the same day. The big news here is that Richardson Electronics, well call them RE for short, put out a press release. Now this press release is all about their earnings results for the second quarter that ended back on the 29th of November 2025. So they are telling us how they did financially during that period. RES stock is traded on the Nasdaq Global Select Market under the ticker symbol REL. This lets investors buy and sell their ownership in the company. Now the press release itself is what's really attached to this filing. It's like the company is saying, here is what we told the world about our numbers, and we are officially logging it with the SEC. Now, the filing itself is pretty standard. It confirms the company's name, incorporation details in Delaware, and their main office address in La Fox, Illinois. It also lists their principal executive officer's telephone number, which is 630-200-82200. But who cares about all that administrative stuff, right? We're here for the meat and potatoes, the financial performance. This section is where the company explains the significant event, which in this case is the announcement of their financial results. They are telling us they released their earnings, and they are providing that information as an exhibit. The fine print here, which is important to understand for serious investors, is that this information is technically considered furnished, not filed. What that means is that while it's public record, it doesn't have the same legal implications under certain sections of the Securities Exchange Act as if it were formally filed as part of a core report. This is a common way companies share earnings announcements to ensure quick public access. So the actual financial details are within that press release exhibit 99.1. Unfortunately, this 8K filing does not contain the full financial tables directly within it. It acts more as a notification device pointing us to where those details are. To get the deep dive into the numbers, the nitty-gritty of how much money they made or lost, we would have to actually look at that press release. However, based on the typical structure of these filings, we can infer that the press release would have contained key performance indicators for that second quarter. These usually include things like revenue net income earnings, per S-hair, and comparisons to the same period in the previous year. Now let's think about what this means. Why would a company issue an 8K focused on a press release? It's about transparency and timeliness. When a company announces its financial results, it's a crucial moment. Investors, analysts, and the public all want to know how the company is performing. By issuing an 8K, they are formally documenting this announcement, making it part of the official record. They are also allowing for rapid dissemination of this important information. If we were to find that press release, we'd be looking for the story of their last quarter. Is revenue growing or shrinking? Are they making more or less profit? Are their costs under control? For Richardson Electronics, an 8K like this often precedes or accompanies a more detailed filing, like a 10Q, which will give us those tables and deep analysis. The fact that they are reporting these results means they have completed their accounting for the period and are sharing it with the market. So what is the bigger picture here? This 8K is essentially a signpost. It points us to the earnings announcement. It tells us that Richardson Electronics had something important to report regarding their financial condition for their second quarter. While this specific document might not have the juicy numbers within its text, it signals that those numbers are out there and available. It is a reminder that companies are constantly performing and reporting their results, and these reports are the foundation for understanding their business health. For RE, reporting earnings is a key event. It allows investors to gauge their operational success, their profitability, and their overall trajectory. A strong earnings report can boost investor confidence and stock price, while a weak one can have the opposite effect. Ultimately, this 8K is a piece of the puzzle in understanding Richardson Electronics' performance and its standing in the market. It's part of the big ongoing conversation about how publicly traded companies are doing. Now, looking at this filing in broad strokes, Richardson Electronics is providing a timely update on its financial results for the second quarter ending in November 2025. While this 8K itself is more of a notification of the earnings release rather than the detailed financial statements, it underscores the importance of these regular financial disclosures for market transparency. The company's common stock is publicly traded on the Nasdaq Global Select Market under the ticker REL, which means these earnings results are of particular interest to shareholders and potential investors. So, what's our take on this? This 8K filing is a standard procedure that signifies the company has new financial information to share. It highlights the release of their second quarter earnings, which is always a critical update for any public company. While we don't have the specific numbers here in this document, the fact that they are making this announcement means investors can now access that data through the accompanying press release. For Richardson Electronics, consistently reporting their financial health and performance is key to maintaining investor trust and driving the company's future growth. Alright, that's our quick decode of this Richardson Electronics 8K filing. What are your thoughts on companies using 8Ks primarily to file press releases for earnings? Do you think it's efficient or does it require too much digging for investors? Drop your opinions in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to Corporate Decoder for more straightforward insights into the world of business. And don't forget to join our growing community on Discord. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.